Temba, you mentioned Lungi will be playing. Can you just tell us a little bit about what swayed that decision? And I suppose he hasn't played for a while, but we heard Shook sort of singing his praises when the squad was announced.
Yeah, I think, probably one of the tougher decisions that have been made. We've seen what Pato did for us to the end of last season. But I think it was more from a tactical point of view, probably a little bit more pace from Lungi. Comes from, I guess he's taller as well. I think Lungs also has a good record, not taking away anything from Pato. He has the experience, he's played here before, not that Pato hasn't. But I think he will complement that bowling attack, I guess, a little bit more. We have a guy like Mulder as well, who kind of gives you similar to what Pato can do. So, yeah, I think that was probably one of the difficult decisions that we had to make.
Morning, Temba. Do you have an 11 for us?
Yeah, we do have a team. Guess I'll just run through it. Aiden and Rickleton at the top. Mulders comes in at 3, myself at 4. You got Stubbo at 5, Bedingham, you got Carl, you got Marco Janssen, Kish, KG, and Lungi.
And just preparation, it feels like a long time you've been spending here in the nets and whatnot. It almost helps, doesn't it, coming to a place like this and then before match day you become accustomed to it and maybe not overawed.
Yeah, I think, we've said it before, last time we played red ball cricket has been a while, so, coming here a couple of days early has been helpful from that sense. A lot of our work was done in Arundel, and I think coming here to Lords was really to kind of get accustomed to the place, the conditions, and then obviously getting yourself mentally in the right space. I think, it has been a good build-up. It has felt a little bit long. I think the guys are raring to go and start the game.
And then just, obviously you've had a lot of build-up and there's been a lot of talk over the last couple of weeks. What will you say to the guys tonight? I don't know if you will even address them tonight. And what will you say to yourself, like in your quiet moments around what tomorrow's going to be like?
Yeah, I think, we've been with the group now. Like I said in our preparation, I think a lot of it has been emotive, understanding what the occasion is about, being here at Lords. So I think from a motivation point of view, there's not much that I can do. I think if players needed to be motivated, then that would be a problem. I think now it's maybe just getting down to the fact that we actually need to play the game. Let's play what is in front of us. Let's not get caught up into too much of the story and what could be, and just be ready for what's to come. We accept and understand that it's going to be tough against the Australians. The guys who played against them know. And look, they've been good times, they've been bad times, and we need to feed off all those good times. So, yeah, I think time for the emotions and the stories and all of that is to put it behind us and really be ready to play what's in front of us.
Temba, like you said, obviously your focus will be what happens over the next 5 days and getting the better of Australia. But can you take a step away and acknowledge the importance of this match for the future of South African Test cricket and also for, say, other Test nations who struggle to play Test cricket as regularly as, say, in India, Australia, or in England? Yeah,
I think, if I think of the way things are back home, I think there have already been benefits for the people back home. If you think of the number of people who are flying in here to be a part of this occasion, to hopefully witness some sort of history, I think that already shows the positive impact that the game is having on the country as a whole. I think obviously with the younger guys as well being swayed by T20 cricket and all of that, I think the efforts that we're doing within the red ball space hopefully will inspire those younger guys to want to play red ball cricket. And I think you would have seen with our squad going to Zimbabwe, the young guys, Luandri Pretorius, Diavalt, Brevis, all those young guys who are coming in, Lesejo as well, Senukwane. I think that will kind of keep them chomping at the bit in terms of red ball cricket. So I think things are good. Obviously also as us being not as economically strong as the other nations, we want to make sure that we are competitive. We want to make sure that we're doing the right things on the field.
Just
In the same way as you explained the decision for Ngidi over Patterson, can you talk a little bit about Mulder at number 3? What you're expecting there? What can he deliver?
Yeah, I mean, Mulder is quite young, obviously, in that position. But I think, having played with Mulder, having seen him, the way he's kind of grown in the last 2 years within the Red Bull format, it's about giving him a lot more confidence, keep backing him, and just allowing him to do what he does best. So, I mean, I think, yes, he has an opportunity in a pressure situation, but I think he can take comfort from the fact that, the guys are backing him. We just want him to go out and play his game.
Can you just talk about how you think the team has evolved and improved since the 22-23 series, last time you played Australia?
Last time, that wasn't a good time in Australia. I think, after then, there's a couple of more new faces from that series. I think for a lot of us who were there, it was a little bit of an eye-opener. Playing against Australia, seeing how their batters went about their business, facing their bowlers, and how you were always under pressure, and you kind of had to find ways to exert pressure back on them. And I think that, at least for me, gave me a opportunity to kind of have a look at my game to see where I can improve, and hopefully try emulate the performances that those batters were putting up at that point in time. And I think probably also in terms of the way that we wanted to play our cricket as a whole, it influenced that. And I think a guy like Shukri coming in, it was kind of at the right time, if I could say that. In that when he came in, it was encouraging guys to be themselves, to play their best cricket. So, yeah, hopefully, those memories are behind us. We can create some new ones now. But I think it was a critical point in our journey as cricketers, but for me particularly, definitely.
Temba, what do you say to the likes of Ryan, Tristan, David, who are facing the Australian side in Test cricket for the first time? Or do they see enough of them in white ball cricket, franchise tournaments? You really don't have to say too much.
Yeah, I mean, all those guys will be up for it. Ryan, Tristan, they'll all be up for it. I think, like for us, I don't think it's any different, to be honest. You accept that it's going to be tough. But at the same time, you got to have the belief that what you have is enough. I think belief is a big thing. A lot of the athletes will tell you that. And I think from a team's perspective, we don't expect the guys to be any different. Just be the player that you know, and we need you to be. The way Rickleton has come into the team and almost cemented his position there, the opener, there's a reason behind all of that. So whatever he's done to do that, let him continue that. And Stubbo as well, exciting talent. He has an opportunity for him to show why he's highly revered within our circles.
Temba, you've this week spoken to Sport 24, Guardian, ESPN. You did a piece with the BBC.
To everyone, yeah.
Yeah,
everyone.
basically. I mean, is it easy to kind of stay above the narrative, like your story, where you come from? Are you able to kind of differentiate between like focusing on what's happening, and also how significant this is? Are you able to find that balance?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. It's quite challenging, to be honest. Yesterday we were at the captain's dinner with the Hall of Fame inductees, and that question got asked. I try to focus on the cricket as much as I can, to be honest with you. I try not to get drowned too much into the emotional side of it, but it is important. It is a thing. I try to soak it in as much as I can in that moment, but then kind of switch into kind of the playing mode. So I think, like I said yesterday, my story has been an interesting one. It's been a beautiful one in a lot of ways, and yeah, hopefully there's a lot more happy moments within it.
Is it heavy to hold all that?
If you asked me 3 or 4 years ago, I'd probably say that, Daniel, but probably not so much now. I think I looked at it with a lot more gratitude, if I could say. And I think it's just a part of my journey, unique to me. And I think, it comes with being the first in a lot of things. So, now I think I can speak about it openly without much anxiety or anything like that. But yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't even answer the question. Yeah.